Welcome to How So, the channel where curiosity meets discovery. From history and science to everyday mysteries, we explore.
Today, we are diving deep into one of the greatest mysteries of history. Why did the Roman Empire fall? Stay with me until the end, because the story isn't just about ancient Rome, it's also a warning for modern superpowers today. To understand why Rome fell, we first need to understand why it was so great. Rome began as a small city-state but grew into a massive empire by conquering neighbors, building roads, and spreading Roman law. Their legions were unmatched, their engineering was revolutionary, and their culture influenced everything from language to architecture. At its height, Rome wasn't just a kingdom, it was the world's superpower. But as history shows, the higher an empire rises, the harder it falls. The internal decay. Many historians argue that Rome didn't fall from one single event. Instead, it slowly rotted from within. Corruption. Senators grew rich while ordinary citizens struggled. Economic crisis. Heavy taxation drained the empire, while inflation made Roman coins almost worthless. Decline of morals. Roman leaders became obsessed with luxury, gladiator games, and personal gain rather than the empire's future. Rome was powerful, but it was also bleeding from the inside. Enter the so-called barbarians. Germanic tribes like the Visigoths, Vandals, and later the Ostrogoths began pushing into Roman lands. In 410 AD, the unthinkable happened. Rome was sacked by the Visigoths under King Alaric. The city that once conquered the world was burning. And in 476 AD, the final Roman emperor of the West, Romulus Augustulus, was overthrown by a Germanic leader named Odoacer. The Western Roman Empire was officially dead. Loop. But wait, was it really just the barbarians who destroyed Rome? Not exactly. Rome's military was once unstoppable, but by the empire's later years, the legions weren't what they used to be. Many soldiers were no longer loyal Romans, they were mercenaries hired from outside tribes. Discipline collapsed, and instead of defending the borders, generals fought each other in civil wars for the throne. Rome was crumbling, and its army could no longer protect it. Rome's economy became unsustainable. Endless wars drained the treasury. Slave labor meant no innovation in farming or production. Inflation skyrocketed. The silver in coins was reduced until they were practically worthless. And as the gap between rich and poor widened, ordinary Romans lost faith in their empire. A civilization can survive wars, but it cannot survive when its own people give up hope. The role of Christianity. Another theory is that the rise of Christianity weakened Rome. When Emperor Constantine converted to Christianity, the empire shifted from old Roman traditions to a new faith. Some argue that focus moved away from civic duty and military strength towards spiritual matters. But others argue the opposite, that Christianity actually helped preserve Roman ideas through the Middle Ages. Was religion to blame? Or was it simply another part of Rome's transformation? The debate continues even today. Did Rome truly fall? Here's something many forget. The eastern half of the empire, known as the Byzantine Empire, survived for another 1,000 years after the fall of the West. Its capital, Constantinople, stood strong until 1453 AD. In a way, Rome didn't fully die. It evolved, leaving behind roads, laws, languages, and culture that shaped Europe and the modern world. So maybe the real answer isn't why Rome fell, but rather, how Rome still lives on within us today. The fall of the Roman Empire is one of history's greatest lessons. It shows us that no empire, no matter how powerful, is invincible. So, what do you think? Was Rome destroyed by barbarian swords? Or did it collapse from within? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear your theories. And if you enjoyed this journey through history, hit that like button, subscribe for more epic stories of the past, and ring the bell so you don't miss our next deep dive. Because history doesn't just belong to the past, it's a mirror of our future.